Hey guys, I'm back. I wanted to do a quick book review on a book that I absolutely love, which is 48 Days to the Work You Love by Dan Miller. Huge fan. I started listening to his podcast and then was introduced to this book and decided to give it a shot. So a little blurb on the back says, Dan Miller helps you to better understand and organize your God-given skills, personality traits, values, dreams, and passions. In turn, you'll see clear patterns form that point you towards successful career decisions. Let the countdown begin. So, this book is fabulous. I had 2 jobs, and after reading this book, I was able to plan out and financially be able to leave one of the jobs that I really wasn't happy with, but wanted to keep it because I thought I needed it financially. But instead, I figured out a way to leave that job because I wasn't happy with it. So if you're not happy with something, change it. So left the one job, kept my other job, which I'm a hostess at night at a restaurant. And so that frees up my days to do photography, which is what I really love. So I've picked out a couple of little selections. So in the beginning, you have your contents, obviously, a little author's note, but in a foreword, it gives you a schedule, 48 days schedule, which is great. Oh, my watch. So it gives you a schedule, clear outline to help you keep your focus, because I think a lot of us can get sidetracked and we want to keep our focus throughout this entire book, throughout any book, really, if it's a good book. So it gives you a schedule and tells you more in depth what you're going to be doing and accomplishing and figuring out over the course of 48 days. And this is a great outline. You could even read it sooner than 48 days. I think I read it in 40 days, maybe less. Probably less. So tells you what you're going to do literally on every single day. You can check it off as you go throughout the 48 days. And that's really good. It kind of just lets you know what's in store for you, what you're going to be getting into. And I have picked some things that I highlighted. Knowing your areas of competence will give you freedom amid corporate politics and unexpected layoffs. Definitely agree with that, but it's also great to know your areas of competence. And I kind of knew, but the more focused and clear you can be, the more you can aim for what you want. If you don't have a clear focus and you don't really know what you want, then you'll probably end up taking a job that, well, if this is better than the current job I have, then it must be good. But it might not really be the right match. You might end up not liking it. So you can focus on your areas of competence, and that will also help to give you more confidence to help sell yourself during an interview, and things like that. This book tells you the difference between a career, a job, and a vocation, something else that I wasn't exactly sure on how they all differed. What else? It will help you to prioritize. Having priorities and having things in line with what is most important to you, to what maybe you can put on the back burner, is huge. So I've selected, with all the options today, it is critical to define your own priorities. Have your own priorities, not somebody else's. You don't want to follow somebody else's. You want to be able to pick and choose while you can pick and choose, or somebody else will pick and choose for you, and it might not be anything that you would have picked or chosen. So, what else? It is often in the midst of change and challenges that we find our true direction. That's good. And remember, it's usually in the midst of muck and mess that the conditions for rebirth are being created. It's just a really positive, great, wonderful book. And at the end of every chapter, it's got questions that it asks you to reflect back on the chapter and to help you think about what you're learning, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, where you want to go, your specific direction. And at the beginning of every chapter, it has nice inspirational quotes or poems. At the beginning of chapter 7, it's got Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken, love him. It also mentions other great books by authors that you can read to help you, further define where you want to go. So I'm a huge fan. I would recommend this book to anyone who, if they're lost and confused, you don't know really what you want to do, you need some help with focus and direction on where you want to be, or maybe you think you do know what you want, but you don't know how to get out of the job you have now. I think this book is good for older people, maybe somebody who's 48 and they've been laid off, to somebody who is 23 and they don't know what they want to do with their life. And I'm a huge fan. I love this book. I would recommend it to anyone, and I hope that if you don't like where you are, you change it and you do something about it, and maybe you try out this book. There's also a 48 Days website where there's a huge community on there that will just offer more support and, give you some ideas. What else? And podcasts. Love his podcast. They come out every Thursday, I believe, and I listen to them every week. So give this book a try, or maybe Wisdom Meets Passion, and hopefully that will help you figure out what you better like to do. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.